Hey everyone, welcome to Home Matters, the podcast where we help you make the most informed decisions for your home renovation and improvement projects. Whether you're swapping out windows, tackling a kitchen makeover, or getting a new roof, we've got the tips, the tricks, and the insights that you need. So let's get into today's topic. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Home Matters. I'm your host, Alex. I'm here to guide you through the essential steps of maintaining and upgrading your home. Today, we're diving into the crucial topic every homeowner should be aware of: how to effectively use review platforms to research your home services contractor's reputation. So, before you hire them, you really need to know what their reputation looks like online. You can't believe everything you read, but you really want to know which steps to take before hiring a contractor. So, let's get started. First, let's talk about why this step is a non-negotiable. Well, hiring a contractor is not just a financial investment, but it's also a trust in someone to come into your home, into your living space, and they're going to spend time there, whether it's indoor or outdoor, right? And you're giving them that kind of a trust to be around your home. So it's really important that you understand what their past customers think about them. Now, we're going to explore the way that you want to research so that you don't end up in a disastrous situation, right? And it's really quite simple to check. And at the end, you will have prevented anything from happening to your home, right? So I know most people's first step is to look at Google or Bing. You go to a search engine and you start to do your research. Maybe you're on an iPhone, so you go through Safari. Nevertheless, you start your research online like most people. Very few people these days go to their neighbor, their coworkers, or family to ask for a referral, right? You first look up the information about the companies. You might do a search like roofer near me, window replacement company near me, top flooring contractors, best pressure cleaning companies near me. That is what most people do. But I would say to you that that's not the right thing to do. Why? Because the search engines, they function in a way that is going to show you only what they think is important. And I can tell you that the search engines don't always show you the most important information that you really want to know about, right? They're just going to show you whoever is actually doing the marketing, doing the search engine optimization on the other end, whoever is really adding content and minding their website. So you may miss out on seeing potential opportunities for hiring a better contractor, or on the other hand, finding information about the contractor that you want to work with on, in the first scroll. It used to be pages, but now it's just scrolls. So maybe you scroll past the first 10 results, then the second 10 results, but you can't spend all day on there doing that, right? And you're also probably not going to just hire someone off of one of those coupon magazines, right? Like the Clipper or a Valpak, or, people who are sending you direct mail. So those are traditional marketing tactics like direct mail. And then you have, of course, still TV and radio and billboards. So let's just say that you don't start there and you don't go with Google. Let's say you go first to platforms, okay? So let's talk about some of these platforms. I want to walk you through the major review platforms like Yelp, Angie's, which used to be Angie's List, and it got together with Home Advisor. Houzz is another one, Houzz. And then, of course, you have the broader platforms like Google, Facebook, Yelp, and a few others, right? So go there first. And what you want to do is look at the reviews. You can sort them by the number of stars that they've gotten. Also understand the context behind the ratings. Take your time. Go to each one of those platforms, right? Yelp, Houzz, Angie, Facebook, Google. Not Google search engine, but they're Google local results. So that's the Google business profile that you see on the right-hand side. So let's say that the name of the contractor company you want to work with, you learn about them through social media, or maybe a neighbor or someone told you their name. You saw it on the a piece of direct mail, and you jotted down their name and you said, I think that they're one of the candidates for replacing my roof. So what you're going to do is, let's say the name of the roof company was ABC Roofing. You would go to Facebook or Google and put in ABC roofing company followed by the city. So let's say the city was Jacksonville. So you put that in there. You're going to see that one graph that comes up on the right-hand side of the Google search results or the Bing search results. That graph is going to give you their name, their address, their phone number, their reviews, and content. So that is just one type of review. So maybe they don't have enough reviews. Maybe they only have, one or two. But then you go to Facebook. Maybe they have 10, 15. Then you go to Yelp. Then you go to Angie's. Then you go to House. Once you've collected all those reviews, you can start to see a pattern, right? Typically, I would stay away from any company that is below a 3.5. And of course, trying to understand context. But let's just say that between those 5 platforms, review platforms, you come up with a number of, let's say, 30 reviews. And of the 30 reviews, this person has a 3-star. The company has 3 stars. And many of them are 1s and 2s. And you start to read, why would you move forward with this company? It's not possible that a business is so good at what they do that they're going to piss off that many customers, right? So, and if they're not responding, it's even worse, because what it tells me, and it should tell you as a homeowner, is that if you end up having a problem with that company and you give them a bad review, they're not going to respond. And if they're not responding, that means that they're actually not rectifying the issue. Because if you rectify an issue with a homeowner, you have a disagreement, something that, maybe wasn't delivered on time, maybe the material was different, and you have a disagreement. You're trying to resolve that. And when resolved, most people will still give you a decent review, a 4, 4.5, right? But that's I would say those review platforms is where you start, no matter what type of home services you're looking to do in your home. Then and only then can you go to Google. And then when you go to Google, you're going to look at different search results that come up, right? Search results from like complaintsboard.com, ripoffreport.com. I mean, there's a lot of scam artists there. We talked about this in the last episode. So you got to really go beyond the online reviews, but I would say the review platforms is your number 1 stop. Then doing the search on search engines is the number 2 stop. But the number 3 is not really just online. It's to go get deeper, checking for their license, their past legal issues, and even how to reach out to past clients, right? So I want to touch on that right now because it's really important, right? Word of mouth matters, but it's harder for you to find out about contractors that way these days. Very different than it used to be in the local community. People would talk, but that's not how it works. So many contractors have been able to stay clean out of social media, out of Google search results, out of these review platforms. So maybe you scratch your head, you say, wow, I learned about this company and I can't find anything on them. Okay. So if that happens to you, then there's a few older type of platforms that you can look for. Better Business Bureau still matters. You may find reviews on Better Business Bureau that wouldn't have came up in your search results. A local chamber of commerce, your local chamber of commerce, there may be people who can tell you about this company. How long have they been around? Obviously, the company's website. I would never do business with a company in this day and age that doesn't have a website that tells me where their offices are located, who's on their team, how they work, about them, what kind of materials they use. And I want to know that there's a phone number and there's a place that I can go, right? And from there, then I'm going to go to the city, the county, and the state. Really important that you look on the city, the county, and the state. Court documents, you can find out if they've put liens on other homeowners' homes, right? You can find out if people have sued them. And more importantly, at the state level, you want to check for their license. Are they licensed? And of course, if you decide that you're going to do business with them, you want to check on the insurance and make sure that the insurance is up to date. The liability insurance, the workers' comp insurance, you want to make sure that the workers that they have is clear that, hey, are you hiring subcontractors or are these employees? You want to know who's in your home. And any contractor that isn't kosher with that kind of a question, then I would say just go the other way, right? I've worked in this field for 2 decades, and with the companies that I've worked with and having had my own construction business in the past, no question is too personal. We're about to go into your home. It's so important that we have that level of transparency for you, the homeowner. So when you ask for the contractor to, give you that kind of information, if they take too long or don't give it to you, just don't do business with them, because that's a red flag, right? Super big red flag. Then I'd go a step further and always ask for referrals. The referrals and references is just saying, hey, look, give me the names of 5 people that you've worked with in the region here, let's say within 5-10 miles. I would like to call them and I would like to ask them how their experience was with you. So now you've gone beyond the state website, you've gone beyond the review platforms, you've gone beyond search. You're at the level where now, let's say you've got 3-4 contractors, and you're going to decide based on a number of phone calls or emails that you send to their previous customers, right? You got to put this plan into action. It's a step-by-step, checklist that I'm giving you here so that you can vet the contractors from the first review you read to the final decision-making process. And this is really, going to save you a lot of headache on your next home project. And even if it's something small, like you have a clogged toilet, is someone still coming into your house and they can really mess things up? So do yourself the favor and don't be in a hurry to choose that contractor. And then I do have one bonus tactic that I have used and I recommend any homeowner uses when hiring a contractor. Ask them who their suppliers are. So meaning the brands of the products that they use, and ask where those suppliers are. You want to go visit the supplier. So let's say you're buying marble flooring. You would ask them, where's your distributor or supplier or manufacturer? And you would go there without the contractor and you would ask them, hey, does this contractor buy from you? And if so, do they have a good reputation? These supply houses will tell you, because ultimately it can come back to bite them in the butt, right? If that contractor doesn't install their products properly. And then the other one would be workers. If you ask them the question, who's going to be working in my house? And you say, I'd like to meet that person first. And you have sort of like an interview. I think it's going to give you a very good indication of whether they have a good relationship with their employees or are they just hiring some guy off the corner, right? So again, talk to the suppliers and talk to the workers. So to wrap up, remember that knowledge is power when it comes to hiring a home services contractor. And a little research goes a long way in ensuring the quality of the work and the peace of mind that you want. So look, thanks for tuning in to the Home Matters podcast, where we make sure that every aspect of your home truly matters. Stay tuned for the next episode, and don't forget to visit our website for more resources and tips. Thanks for tuning in to the Home Matters podcast. Remember, a great home starts with making smart choices. And if you enjoyed today's episode, please hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on a new episode. For more resources or to get in touch with a trusted local contractor, check out localcontractor.co. Until next time, take care and happy renovating.